Hello, welcome to Spy Money. Monday market recap. Chop chop is all I can say. We had nothing but chop all day long. It was just up, down like this. Actually, a scalper's dream in a way, but also a scalper's nightmare because of the long wicks that we had. So, starting actually right here. We start right here is where it took off, started going up, then it started coming back down. But the problem is these wicks, as far as the candles, were just so hard. When you look at this on a 1 minute, when you start coming back, see right here, these big old candles like that, if someone is just going to scalp for a couple points or something, it works out really well. But when you're trying to get in and try to stay longer all day, it makes it really difficult to do that. So as far as the market itself, it was just chopping all day. Even on your stocks that we were trading, 1 minute they'd be going up, and then 10 minutes later they're going total opposite way. So it was really a hard market today. It's been really hard for the last couple months. And if we look back on the 15 minute, so looking at ES, started off, it took off, we ended up going up and hitting the pivot and then just bounced right back down. I thought that it would probably go ahead and bust through. There's no feds in play today, at least like they have been. So the feds are more out of the market. So it actually made it a little better but scary at the same time, because you thought that the feds were going to just jump in and just take it the other way. So I thought that we would sell off probably more than what we did. We ended up coming back and hit, let's see, like on Friday we closed right on through here. So we actually closed a lot lower. We are down like 2% right now from Friday's close. So the market is maybe getting back to closer to normal, and it's just going to take a little bit of time to get back used to the way we used to trade. So on some stocks it was good, some it was bad. Overall, it looks like we are coming back down. We actually made another lower high, or a lower low. We made a lower high here too, so this will probably zigzag all the way down. So where we're going to go is kind of hard to say. If we look at a 1 hour, see if we go back, let me change this chart real quick. There we go. If we go back to a 1 hour, then there we go. We're coming up on this ascending wedge pattern, and I was thinking we would probably get to here today, but we didn't. We actually, as far as the move that we had, was only, say, 2860 down to looking at about a 55 point move, where we've been used to having 100, 200, sometimes 300 point moves. So we got 50 point up and 50 point down. Like I said, a scalper's dream, if you can get in there on the right play and just stick to it, then you could actually make some pretty good money doing it. So I would say that we'll come down, we're going to touch the top of this channel. At that point, we can decide where we're going to go. So we'll know more when I do the market brief tomorrow in our Discord group. We'll know more about where the market is going to go and how to make our plays. Go back to MG. This is MGC, the micro gold, and I actually made a lot of money right here, getting in there. See, back, actually not the whole thing. It was back, see, right here. So I made a lot of money on this dip, and then I made some more money in here. So I actually did really well trading gold in the futures. And if you're not familiar with the trading futures, you can check our at SpyMoneyLLC.com, and there's a link down in the description. We have courses available in order to teach the futures to you, so you can learn more about that. This is really where the money is. There's more money here than there is in about anything that I trade. Futures is definitely the good part. That's what I like to do. I like to do scalping, get in it long. I also do the options and futures as well. I do probably more in that than I do the equities. It just works out better for me. We also have the Discord channel. Our Discord channel is a paid membership, and you get in. We do call outs as far as everybody, whatever they're trading, they do call outs. We have discussions on different stocks they're coming up, and a lot of different eyeballs on different ones. So we actually kind of see a lot of the stocks that people don't normally see because everybody's looking for something different. So you can check that as well. Spy Money LLC, you can sign up on there and get more information about it. We had natural gas. Natural gas, I was in this. I wish I would have just got in it and stayed in it all day. That's my fault. I was scalping it. If I would have just got in down here this morning, actually I was playing. I played on this right here, made some money coming down, and then it was kind of choppy through here, and then all of a sudden it just took off. If I would have got in right here and just played it all day and stayed in it, unbelievable money I could have made. But I did get in some options on it because it was choppy, so I went and bought some options. So I will come out on those options. And I did some short-term and long-term on those. Natural gas, they had I think if I read it right, there was a fire or something to do with causing needing more demand or something. I can't remember the exact details of it, but that is probably what spiked this up. So for a while, I've been saying that I thought we were going to go up, and if we go back to that weekly chart, I still have it pulled up. Right here's where I thought we were going to go. We could easily still rocket to that area. We could easily get to that point. So we're not away from this right here. So let me take this out so you can see it. And these are no longer in play anymore, so I'll take these out. But we are headed for that area. So I've been talking about this for the last 2 months about going there, and I was thinking it would be probably the end of June before we get to that point. We may get there sooner. So natural gas, I believe, is we finally got to where it's ready to take off. So all the indications say that natural gas is going to go up. So if you're in U-gas, long U-gas would be good. Short D-gas would be good. That's by the look of this play, the way it's going. I think that's the way we're going with it. If we go back to a 4-hour kind of look, you can see that we're actually making new highs. We come up here, we have let's see, really right there, and we actually hit that over here. So we double top today. I believe that we will probably go ahead and break through that. There's a chance that we may just end up coming through here and working this channel. But based on the news and such, I believe that we'll probably continue up. So we'll know here in the next couple of days what's going to happen. We'll actually know by probably tomorrow if it's going to continue or not. We have NQ. I was saying possible head and shoulders here. Here was a shoulder. Here was a head. It's still coming down. We need to come on down to roll on through here, and then it will come back up and make it shoulder. So this is part of the head here. So it is still forming a possible head and shoulders. So if we bring this up, I'll just put it right there. If this comes on down and then bounces off of this and then comes back up, I think that is the play that we're going to have with it. And if so, then that's going to be the head and shoulders. That will take, this is a 4-hour chart, so you're probably looking, maybe tomorrow we might be here, and then it's got to form back up, come over to here, so that's Thursday. Come Friday, we could easily come Friday, maybe Monday, then sell off right here, if in fact this is the head and shoulders. And it's actually forming it now, but it may end up taking off and going in a different direction. So we'll have to find out about that. We're going to talk more about this in our group too, Discord. So I got some different ideas on that. And then we got crude oil. Wow, how low. Who would have thought crude oil would have dropped like it had? The May barrels that are out right now, they're below zero. They're negative numbers. So you can actually buy a barrel of oil for like $1 or something earlier today, but it's actually negative now. So crude oil, I don't know where it's going to go, but I tell you, it's going to be hurting a lot of people the way it is right now. Now this is, if you went back to the crude oil, the one I'm talking about, you can see here it actually dropped $40 below zero. Now this is an expired contract now, but the thing of it is it just dropped to nothing, and that's what they were talking about on the news today. So if we go back into the June barrels, the Junes are still trading at $21, which is right here. So $21 for a drum of oil is crazy. I don't know how the market's going to sustain that, and I think this is the biggest reason our market is selling off. And as long as it continues to sell off like that, then our market is going to go down as well. Let's see, that's all of those. We picked up another ticker today, Work. I've traded this in the past and got in it. It actually looks like it's in a cup and handle. Right here's the cup, here's the handle, and it should just take off right here. So the Work actually looks pretty good. There's actually, if you look back, right there's the cup, here's the handle, and right here. So we're actually two cups and handles. We got a long one or a big one here, and then right there's another one for here. So it's actually formed two the way it's done it, but this right here should be the overall handle for that. And this is on a 4-hour chart. So looks like now we're on a triple top. Actually, it's 4 tops there. I guess you got one here, there's 1, 3, and 4. But I believe this is just going to keep on going. So on the Work, I'm bullish on Work. And then if you do Walmart started selling off today finally, and it's actually been playing off of this top trend. If we go back to a 1 hour, looks like we'll know for sure tomorrow if it's going to continue or if it's just going to use this bottom support here. This support right here has been actually being used for the last 3 days, and this could actually be just a channel going up and down through here. So if we do the channel, really from here to there, and then we come down to here. So there's your channel. So is it going to drop out of this channel tonight? I hope so. Or is it going to bounce out and come back up? So I'd really like to see this one bounce out. And if it does, we had a cup right here, and there's the handle, and then it popped up, but it didn't go very far. It just started forming this channel. If it does drop out, we are looking, let's see if I do a fib. Do one from here to there. If it drops out, we're probably coming back down to the 119 area. That's where I would estimate it go. If the market starts selling off, then it could very easily happen. Walmart usually does not follow the market, but here lately it has been, like today. This right here is the market dropping off. And so with it selling off, then it's following the market now. Then we go to USO. There are several people in our group that's trading USO. I'm not a fan of USO. It doesn't move enough for me, but a lot of people in our group do trade it. I made I think 20% back through here. If I'd held it a little bit longer, I could have made more, but it just wasn't moving enough for me. I thought we were going to hit the 403 area, which is right here. We actually dropped down below it and come on down to 346, come back up and tested. So it's not going to be long. Crude oil is going to start going back up. It can't sustain the lows that we're having. There's too many jobs, and too many billionaires don't like it there. Then we've got do Uber. Uber's been just kind of consolidating across. I thought Uber was going to be a one for calls that you could run into. I ended up selling mine rolling through here. It's actually, I think it was right here. I sold mine, and then it spiked up. So I actually lost a little bit of money on it, but I know some people went ahead and held them, and if I would have held them, then I'd been up into the money right here. So Uber, I think long is going to be good, but I just wanted to get rid of it because it looked like it was going to sell off, and sometimes you got to catch your losses. Tesla did real well. Several people in our group traded it. It is actually forming a head and shoulders. Right here's a shoulder, there's the head, and then come back down, and here's going to be another shoulder. So if that is the case, then maybe tomorrow or the next day, this could easily sell on off. So right now, I'm not really bullish or bearish on Tesla. It's still forming, some different candles and so forth, but I'm getting closer to bearish. And tomorrow, I'll know for sure if I'm going to be bearish on it or not. But some people did get in the Tesla puts over in here and wrote it out, and then they sold them at the first thing this morning and made quite a bit of money. We have TLT. I'm in puts on TLT. I got in them right here. It dropped down, come back up. I sold some here, and then I made some good money on those. And then I went ahead and bought some more puts here. It was profit, so even if I lose the options, it's no big deal because I took the profits of this right here, a portion of them, half of them, and then I bought more. And then today I went ahead and bought some more puts and averaged down again. I think I bought them right on through here, and then it started dropping off. I was making money on them, and then it spiked back up at the end of the day. So we'll have to wait and see with that. If the market continues to sell off, this will probably continue to go up. So this may go up into the 180s. May go up in that area. And then let's see, what else did we trade today? I was looking, I think some people traded Netflix. Netflix is in a cup and handle right now. So there's the cup. Here's a little handle, and possibly spike up. Netflix is, in my opinion, should be going up higher than what it is now. But we had this big old skyscraper that come up through there, so people start bailing out, jumping out of the windows coming out of that skyscraper. They wanted to cash out their money, come down, and then when they got down here, they started buying it up again. We have Microsoft. Microsoft is selling off. I didn't think that it would hold. I thought that it would probably hit that and pull back at least down to the 168 and then probably come back up. So we'll have to wait and see what happens with that one. Microsoft is a very good company with a lot of software and stuff that people are starting to use more now than what they were. So it should keep on going. Google's just consolidating across. It's probably going to sell off, but for now, I'm neutral on that one. Disney sold off today. Probably going to stay bearish until we get down to here. So probably tonight or in the morning, they'll probably bounce off this channel and then come back up. It's just going to be consolidating probably. Bind cashed out today. Made I think it was 25 or 30%. I think it's what I made on it. It was a good little win for me. I liked it. I had quite a bit of money in it, so it was pretty good profit coming out of it. Yet I ended up buying here because I thought it was going to go on through, and it pulled back, and I was actually concerned that I wasn't going to be able to get out of it. But it actually come back, it rallied up. I sold it right on through here, and it actually ended up pushing more, but I'm happy with the profits I got. Actually, I think I sold right here. If I'd held it, I could have got more, but then again, if I held it, I could have got less. You got to decide what is best for you. Let's see here. Just notice some messages. Got BA, CRWD, Cisco, SPY, and Apple. We can go over those. Then we go up to BA was the next one. I was going to hit it anyway. It sold off all day. We're in a symmetrical triangle right now, so I would say that BA will probably sell off till in the morning, and then it will probably rally back up. So I would say that it's probably going to come down to around the 139 area, 140ish. Come down to there and then pop back up. The symmetrical triangles it's hard to say where it's going when it gets to the end. A lot of times you will see one that will, it'll look like a bullish symmetrical triangle. Some will look like a bearish, but there's no rhyme or reason what happens with it. Now, we've got earnings coming up with Boeing, and I'm sure their earnings are going to just be horrible. Because of the way the economy is. They've laid off a bunch of people. They've lost some contracts. They put things back on the back burner. So, this usually a underlying will sell off before earnings if they have good earnings, and vice versa. Not always, but that's a good indication. So with this one, I'm not real sure. I think it will come down to about the 140, and then it will come back on up. So that's my opinion on this one. But I'd say definitely overnight is probably going to sell off. Then we have Amazon. Amazon is actually holding its own. It's consolidating a little bit up here, but it's holding its own. It did make a lower high, so making a lower high is not good. We'll have to wait and see what happens here. But honestly, right now, I'm still bullish on Amazon. It still looks good to me. And AMD sold off Friday, and it come back up, so it's consolidating the same way. I'm still bullish on AMD, though, as for now. Apple, Apple sold off all day. We got news that Apple could potentially be a $500 stock, so I ended up picking up some calls in it, longer term, and so to hold. The calls I bought are a little bit low right now as far as where it dropped today. We'll probably come down and test this area down here, which is probably around the 270 mark. When we hit that, then we'll probably bounce up. When we come down there, I'll probably just go, if it starts going up, I'll just average down my calls, and then I'll be back in profit here, so it's no big deal. Then we'll look at, I don't know what this one is, CRWD. I remember someone mentioning it in the room, CrowdStrike Holdings. I don't know what that is. Billy, if you could put a little message there and tell me what we're looking at. This one, man, it took off today. I didn't get to follow the group message on this one. I was busy with other things today. I was opening up another brokerage with a futures account, and it took way too long. This one actually looks really good. I don't know why that all of a sudden spiked, but it looks really good. If we look at the 1 hour again, this thing's just been chunking along really good. If we go back, it actually made a new high from when we sold off a while back. So we're above that. And then as far as the so we're looking at potentially we're looking 89.56 is where we're kind of looking at. I mean, that's a long term, but that's kind of where we're looking. If we do from here to here, rolling through there roughly, that's going to bring you back to what, the first week in May that we could possibly be there. Cybersecurity technology, that explains it. Now this is a typical V pattern. Everybody talked about ES with a V pattern, and ES did not have a V pattern. This is a V pattern, and I mean, look at it, it's a perfect V, and then it took off. So this one actually did do what a lot of people thought ES was going to do, and I'm going to switch back to ES and show you the difference. So see how the V is? It's perfect. ES did not do a V pattern. So here's the one part, and then it just took off out through here. A V pattern would be right here. So, and it did not do that. So this is not a V pattern. This is more of a bear flag. Whereas the CRWD is a perfect V pattern. Big difference. So everybody kept on talking about the V patterns on it, and it wasn't on the ES, but this is a V pattern. And once it gets back up, you have your top here and you have your top there. So it comes up, hits that, and it's almost this one's almost sort of a cup and handle, but it's not. But because it pulled back here and then it just took back off, it actually worked like a cup and handle. But a cup is, you know, more circular. This is an actual V pattern. And then what else we got there? Cisco. I pulled this one up earlier today and saw that it had the double tops through, or actually a triple top, and then it actually broke through today, but it did pull back down. It does look bullish though. It does look very bullish. And if we go back to a 4 hour, yeah, it's still bullish. It looks like it's probably going to push through. You could even make this a pennant, if you, or not a pennant, but a ascending triangle. Let's see, probably if I pick up this one and then yeah, I could go along with that. So you've got these touches, you've got these two, you got that one, and this one didn't touch, but with it trying to bust through and it didn't make it, so it pulled back. This will probably come back down to here and then take off. It could still take off right here though. You don't have to come back. It could actually take off from right here. So we're at the end of this ascending triangle. So we're looking like it's probably going to bust through it. So I would be definitely bullish on Cisco, and especially with what Cisco is. I mean, with everything we're going through, I would be. Now this one does not have the same pattern as like ES does. ES has got more of an ascending wedge pattern where this one doesn't. This one actually has a ascending triangle, which is bullish. And then if we go back, see, we got Spies. Spies the same as ES. It's right now just, it went up here, touched this part, which is, come back to it. You can see right here, you had a support here, you had a resistance there. Come over, it's resistance there. Can it break through? Will it or will it not? Right now, I'm still bullish on it. Today, of course, it sold off, but until it shows me a bearish sign, then I'll stay bullish on it. It's probably going to be bearish like today and probably tomorrow. It'll probably come down here, bounce off of this one, and then it might try it again. If it does not hold the 275 support, then if it drops out of that, then we're definitely going to be headed toward a bearish moment. This does have a bear flag on it. So if we come back, let's see here, do right there. And then if we come down on this one, right there. So we're touching here, we're touching two of them here, so that's the trend to me. We didn't touch here, but that's okay. This one looks like it's going to touch there. We're going to know tonight what's going to happen. If it touches and bounces, that's one thing, but if it touches and breaks through, and we come down and we break this 275, then it's going to be dropping out. This is a bearish channel, and also this is a bear flag. So you have a bear flag, and you have an ascending wedge, which is bearish. So everything to me says sell off. But it depends on if the Fed step back in. If the Fed step back in, it won't. We are also, it doesn't show it on here, but on the ES we have a 50% fib which comes along through here. So it'll actually show that one. So if we delete this, we come up here to, actually, so let me get a fib. And we come back down to the, there. So right there's our 50% fib. So with it being at the 50% retracement, that is a bearish sign as well. So everything right here says bear. But is it a bull trap or a bear trap? A bull trap would be all the bulls are in here and the bears come in and short it off and they leave all these bulls trapped. Or is it a bear trap to where all the bulls are in here and they are playing around with it right here, and they're getting all the people in there to start shorting, and as soon as they start shorting, the bulls will just come in with a lot of money and trap all those bears. So it's going to be one or the other. That's why we're playing around with this area. We're just kind of consolidating through here. So until we get that consolidation over, we don't know for sure. And let's see, I think that's it. Covered all the ones that you all mentioned in the comments. We can go over more of these in our Discord channel. That's what it's for. Yes, 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 bear. Yeah, I'd like to see bear. I'd like to see this thing drop down to 170 on SPY and 1700 on ES. I would absolutely love it. My account would be just like smelling like a rose on it. And on the way down, I would be shorting everything coming down. I'd load up on puts. I'd make so much money it wouldn't be funny. Sorry, America, but you know what? Our government's not spending the money right anyway, so I might as well go ahead and make it on my own. And eventually it'll come back. If you didn't get rid of your 401ks here and actually transfer it over into something more safe, then shame on you. You should have. When it starts dropping like this, you need to start putting into safer things. So I hate that for anybody that's losing money. I really do. But in order for us to make money, someone's got to lose money. That's the way the trading works. In order to make it, someone had to lose it. See, bulls trapped us up to this moment. Yes, they have. Bulls have just nailed me because I thought it was going to drop out right here, and it never. And the Feds come in and run that thing up. There was 200 and some points right there that got us. So anyway, that's fine. That's called trading. That's my fault. Just like it was other people's fault up here, that's my fault right here. But I still made a lot of money through here. I'm still holding some stuff from back in here. If we can get a fast drop, then I will still make a lot of money. So anyway, I will see our Discord members. in the chat here shortly. Got some things we'll talk about, some different charts. So I'm going to try to load up a lot of charts tonight instead of waiting in the morning. Overslept this morning. Woke up at 2:30 in the morning and I was trading futures in my bed on my phone. And I woke up and I was like a little over $800 to the good, just trading futures for a couple hours in the middle of the night. I got sleepy, so I went back to bed and thought I'd be up about 7, and I woke up at 8:30, and everybody was screaming, wanting their charts and stuff, and I was still groggy. So when I did the morning brief this morning, I was still tired, and so I think that's probably maybe the second time that's happened to me to not be prepared in the morning. So anyway, if you're not part of our Discord, there's a link down there, SpyMoneyLLC.com. It explains everything about it. You can get in there. We talk about all the charts, more detail than what we talk here. Talking about what's best to get in the morning, and we line all of our trades up to where we can all get together and make some money. So that's what it's about. Get into the Discord and make some money. Please like, share, and subscribe. I've got 3 likes on here. Let's get some more on there before you hang up. And then I will see you guys tomorrow night on YouTube. And I will see our Discord members in the chat. And yes, Brad's fault. Everything's my fault, Billy. Everything. If someone loses money, it's Brad's fault. If someone makes money, it's their good trading. I don't ever get credit for a call out where they made money. But if they lose money, yeah, daggone that, Brad. So that's what it is. Everybody's responsible for their own trades, though. So, guys, we will see you later. Please like, share, and subscribe, and I'll talk to you after a while.